Glory be to God. My name is Rashad Johnson. I'm making this video because the video that you're about to witness is a past event. Today's date is October 24th, 2025. The videos that you're witnessing at this moment is in 2024. Now, my journey started in 2016, which I do have a testimony series if you would like to know more about me and where I came from and giving my life over to the Lord and why God chose me. And when I say He chose me to document my journey with my wife. During this journey, God done blessed me. He done taught me. I done learned how to cast out demons. I learned how to be righteous. I learned how to love. I learned how to become a new person through the Word of God. But when it comes to my wife, God had us go through trials and tribulations to build me up. I had to go through some spiritual warfare. I had videos that dates back to 2019 with me and my wife when we got married. And the first year we was married. And the spiritual warfare attacks happened that suddenly, where I noticed a lot of the stuff that I'm going through is not normal. It didn't make sense. There was no logic. There was lies and manipulation and deceivingness coming from my wife. A woman that loved God, that worked at the church, that was prayer lines and Bible study, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. I was already gave my life to the Lord. Me and my wife, before we got married, we didn't have sex. We didn't live with each other until we moved in. So I was following the instructions that my God, Lord, Christ gave me from a previous marriage before my wife that I'm with right now. But what y'all gonna witness in these videos is how I overcame, how I been doing the will of God. There is video, actual footage of arguments of me and my wife and her acting out in spiritual warfare, attacking me. But a lot of my videos is just me talking to you over the phone, giving you a rundown of a spiritual argument that I just had. Now, I didn't want to post my life over to social media and Facebook, but God was putting this on my spirit to do. And I fought with God. I didn't want to do this because I love my wife. I'm in love with my wife. And like I said, I didn't want people in my personal life. But come to find out, and when I realized this is bigger than me and my wife, this is bigger than me and my wife. It's for everybody out there that's watching these videos that God done guided to watch these videos. It's just a lot of my videos may not even be talking about my wife. I done had spiritual arguments with being attacked by the enemy with co-workers that I really did have relationships with, that I truly loved. My children, my siblings, my sisters, my father, my mother. I've been attacked from all angles, from my finances, my name being slurred. I done had curses put on me. And God had to teach me how to fight spiritually. I had to learn how to rebuke and bind, declare, decree and declare. I had to learn how to recognize these demons and their tactics and how they fight. What causes a person to allow the demon into to controlling them? The Bible's crystal clear. I do back up a lot what I say with the Bible verses in the videos. This is not about, let me show you my life in drama. This is showing you how God is maneuvering and how great our God is. He used me and my family, but he mainly used me to do his will, which is my purpose. Even though today, October 24th, 2025, my story is not done. My wife and I are in a divine separation where God had to separate us to correct things to get me and my wife equally yoked. And she been through some things. I haven't spoken to her, but you will see how God brings us back together. You just got to watch the videos in order. It's a lot of videos. It's a lot of videos. This is not a quick story. This is a teaching moment. God tells me what to say, what to put. He done use prophets to reach out to me and tell me what's going on with my wife or what to expect, how to fight the enemy. Like it was people that I was underneath that went on the journey before me that is giving me the wording to understand what I'm going through and how to fight the enemy. But when you watch these videos, you will see the miracles, you will see the breakthroughs, you will see things that I said that took place with me that God told me this is not going to stand, and it did not stand. A lot of y'all may be going through spiritual warfare and don't even know it. A lot of y'all may be separated from your spouses and your loved ones, or you may not be talking to your loved ones or your mothers or your fathers or co-workers, and you think that it's just normal. No, you're being attacked. This is spiritual warfare. I talk about everything. And like I said, I use the biblical Bible verses to back up everything I'm saying. So I'm not going to make this too long. Continue to watch these videos in order. They are numbered from episode 1 to episode 300 and whatever. But watch how the story plays out. And like I said, if you want to reach me, my email is in the description. If you want to know more about me and my journey, go look up my testimony series. I love y'all, and I'm out. Glory be to God. It's May 31st, 2024. I'm continuing from the last video. So, one thing I know about demons, they make you move. Everything got to be fast. I got to move out fast. I gotta get this divorce fast. There's no communication. There's no talking stuff out. There's no standing in truth. Everything is an irrational. Hold on, give me a second. Everything is an irrational decision with no thought put behind it, right? So when it comes to my wife, she wants to kick my son out, but he hasn't done anything deserving to get kicked out, right? My son, he wants, well, let me get to that point. Let me get to that part. So, that donkey looked like a horse, but it was big too. Man, okay. So she's trying to put my, so end up happening, the Wednesday comes, right? That Wednesday comes, and Tuesday comes, and the same thing that happened on Monday with my wife harassing my son happens on Tuesday. I'm at work. She blocks me. Don't try to talk to me. We ain't been arguing, but the enemy don't want me to talk to her, and she's going home to pick a fight. My worst fear, he goes to jail, she goes to jail, right? So Wednesday comes. So that Tuesday comes, I come home, I don't say nothing to my wife, right? My son calls me, she's doing the same thing again, blah, blah, blah. I tell him, just put some clothes on, just leave. Matter of fact, so that's what he does. Wednesday, I'm like, okay, I need to talk to my wife. Like, what's going on? The only time I could talk to her is pretty much in the morning because she got to start getting ready at 6. So I wake her up at 5. We go to the guest room. We both sit on the bed. We're both talking. Then she don't want to continue to talk. So she tries to use this excuse that I'm going to the bathroom. And I'm like, I'll go to the bathroom with you during this time. She grabs my arm, tries to bite me. I rip away. I grab her, and I'm like telling her, stop, this needs to stop. We've been doing this for about 5 years. Like, when is this gonna stop? But like I said, anything I'm saying ain't making, like, she's being controlled, so it don't matter what I'm saying. She's captive, right? So next thing you know, she's calling the police. Police is outside my house for about like an hour and a half. I'm asking them what's taking them so long, what's going on. And one of the cops said that the units was kind of divided on what they wanted to do with me. So they end up taking me in, right? I'm like, I wasn't the aggressor. She tried to bite me, but they said her mouth was bleeding. No, she had a cut in her mouth, and I'm like, no. I said if she had a cut in her mouth, she would have been bleeding, right? And on top of that, if I punched her or smacked her in her mouth, it would be swollen. And ain't like y'all came an hour later. Y'all was here within 10 minutes of what took place. So if her mouth wasn't bleeding, but she had some lacerations inside the mouth, like, see where your lips split from the outside to the inside, like right there on that line, it was red. But I'm like, that's when she was trying to bite me. She did that trying to bite me. But anyway, I ended up going to jail. Sat in jail. Was thinking about bailing myself out, but I said that could financially hurt my family. So I'm just gonna wait it out. I gotta go. I'll see the judge on Friday morning, and next thing you know, I get bailed out. She bails me out. So we still takes that financial hit for the $4,000 bond, right? So I got to pay back $4,000 of money that we could have been using towards these bills that we supposed to be paying on. So now it's just a wasted $4,000. You know, she don't want to be, since she's a narcissist, she don't want to take accountability of her doing what she's doing. She's making it seem like I'm this abusive person, but if I've been so abusive, why you ain't left? I don't physically curse you out or anything. I don't put my hands on her. You just heard me say, I don't want somebody to go to jail. I could grab my wife. Ain't nothing wrong with grabbing. But I ain't hit her. I ain't smacked her. But, you know, they made when I do go to court, I will be claiming innocent. Like, y'all gonna need more than just some lacerations on the lip showing that it's red. I need to see the cuts. Y'all need to see a bloody mouth. Y'all need to have those pictures, because if that was the case, it would not took no hour and a half to take me in. It would not took an hour and a half. If it was really some domestic, if it really was some domestic stuff going on, it would not took an hour and a half. They would have took it maybe 30 minutes tops. Maybe 40 minutes. Let's give it 40 minutes tops. And they would have took me in, right? If I was in there just wailing on her, beating her up and everything. But that's not what took place. Come out of jail. We ain't argued, ain't did anything. She ain't once said, oh, your son got to go still. She did, but it was like a couple days later. So when I heard that, I said, okay, that ain't nothing but the enemy, because my son ain't dead nothing. He just been going to work, blah, 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 blah. He ain't smoking, he ain't vaping in the house. He ain't doing nothing. But she still wants him gone. So, but it's stuff that my son does that I disapprove when it comes to just the respect and me respect me as this father, as the man of this house, and doing what I'm asking him to do. You know, I couldn't stay with somebody and if they said come to the store and I tell them, especially my dad. My dad said, come on, let's go. I'm not saying where, and I don't want to go. Right? It's okay. Let me put my stuff on. I'm staying with you in your house. Let me put my stuff on and let me go where he want to go, wherever he's trying to go, right? But I get a whole lot of pushback with my son. So fast forward, the weekend comes, and the whole week goes by, and then the following weekend, I'm like, okay, we got to have this talk. I got to clear this air with my wife, with my son. I got to set boundaries and ground rules on what's about to take place. So when it comes to my son, I'm like, look, man, you 18, you grown, but you ain't grown, but if you want to think you're grown, that's fine. You're free to leave anytime you want to. Ain't nobody holding you hostage here. But if you're going to stay here, and I didn't even get to if you're going to stay here, he took it more like, oh, so you're kicking me out. I said, no, I didn't say that. No, it's cool. I'm going to leave. I'll leave. I'm like, didn't nobody kick you out? Those words never came out of my mouth. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'll be gone on the 1st. I said, okay. I'm not going to even give it no more energy. Not going to give it no energy, right? Now, I got 2 other kids. I got a 22-year-old and a 21-year-old. No, 20-year-old. No, 19, I'm sorry. He's 19, the other one's 21. And my son, last 2 days, I've been trying to, the other day, I asked him, I said, are you going to do these dishes? Or are you going to take out the trash? He ain't doing nothing. He going to stay under my roof. And since he's moving, he ain't doing anything. I said, so this is how you want to play it, right? So you just want to be disrespectful until you leave. See, you don't know anything about burning the bridge. I'm the only one that's been trying to help you since you've been a child. But if this is what you want to do, that's fine. That's cool. Next thing you know, he don't want to talk to me. He don't want to tell me where he's going. He don't know. He ain't trying to tell me anything. He don't want to. Right now, he don't like me. Those are emotions that he's trying to use towards me. But like I said, I didn't put you out. Your mama done called CPS on me and my wife, and the enemy's doing what the enemy does. She done did this before. when it came to him. Like, it's a pattern. I noticed this pattern. I noticed these patterns. I noticed patterns very well. And this is not the first time. If you go back, I'm pretty sure you can find it in any of these videos that I done recorded, saying something similar that took place with me and my son. My son didn't want to have nothing to do with me. His mama called CPS, and now you calling CPS on us. What? We ain't even, like, why are you even doing this? It don't even make sense. But, you know, my son don't want to talk to me. Next thing you know, I get a call from his brother, and his brother's like, so you're kicking Rylan out after you charged him $400, had him sleeping on the floor, didn't give him a key to the house. And I said, excuse you? Are you my father? I just hung up because I already knew it was all enemy driven. I don't even hear from this boy because it's been the enemy trying to keep my family away from me. But I ain't never had no problems with him. So he tells me he's done with me. Then he sends this text message to me and Coretta in a group text message saying the same thing. I told Coretta, don't even read it. Just delete it. Because I don't need her to get emotional and then her feelings starts. She can't control her feelings. Next thing you know, she has animosity. And since she don't know that this is the enemy manipulating and controlling people, she takes it as full value. I don't take it as full value because I know I'm not fighting my sons. I know it's the enemy that's controlling them. So with that said, I just delete the message. I don't call them. I don't give it no energy. Right? Same way I didn't call my son's mom and talk about why did she call CPS. I ain't gonna even give it no energy. I'm not even worried about it. God gonna take care of everything. You know? If I was that evil of a person, I would have been sitting in jail. If we was that bad of parents, our kids would have been taken away. Right? So I know what the truth is. Y'all listening don't know what the full truth is, but I don't need to come on here and lie. I don't need to lie at all. Because I've been 100. I done told good and bad what's been going on. I done told you when I done did something and I had to repent. A lot of people don't even want to tell you. They just tell you that they had to repent. I tell you because I'm not going to hold anything back. And I'm always going to keep it truthful because God gets all the glory anyway. Right? So today, I'm trying to talk to my son, tell him, trying to give him some words of wisdom. You know, okay, so you're leaving. I think he's about to go stay with his little boyfriend or whatever. And I already know his little boyfriend just using him for whatever little money he's bringing home and whatever food stamps he has. That's all he's doing. Whatever grown, sick man that he's dealing with, that's all it is. They FaceTiming each other and all that other type of stuff. So it's whatever, you know. I asked my son, can I get a hug before he leave? Because anything could happen. I could die. He could die. But he told me he ain't giving me no hug. He said he don't like me. I done heard this one before a million times too. Like, don't nothing that the enemy tries to use anymore, it's not gonna bother me. I'm not gonna let it affect me. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna go back and forth. It is what it is. You don't give me no hug. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. You know, your loss. Whatever the outcome comes, it'll be your loss. But at the end of the day, he'll still be my son, and I'll be there for him if he needs me to be there for him. You know, but it ain't just, oh, let me come and with open doors, open arms and everything. You know, it is what it is. But that's just pretty much what took place. the last couple days. I'll keep y'all updated. My wife she ain't acting stupid. She done laid in the bed with me for the last 2 nights. We ain't messing around or anything, but it's just, you know, I find it weird how she laying in the bed now. When she's in demon time, she don't want to lay in the bed with me. But, and you know, that demon loves they sleep. They love to sleep. I don't know what it is from them sleeping, but they love to sleep. But I'll holler at y'all. I love y'all. I'm out.